Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bad News with BadBlake. This will be episode 4. And I'm pretty sure on my first episode, I said something along the lines of 2024 was going to be a horrible year, the worst year that people have ever seen in history. Right? Did I not say that? Yes, actually, yeah, I think I did. Yeah, I said it was going to be a horrible, horrible year. And here we are on January the 12th, and now we are on the verge of entering World War III. Have we been close to entering World War III since last year, 2023? Absolutely. However, we're now actively involved. Thank you, Uncle Joe. Uncle Joe Biden has now dropped bombs without congressional approval, without anyone, no U.S. citizens supported, no vote of Congress, no, hey, let me call Blake on the phone and see if we should drop this bomb. No, absolutely not. So here I am. I'm going to exercise my First Amendment right, and I'm going to drop some bombs of my own tonight. The bombs of truth. We live in a world that is fabricated and purposefully misconstrued for the sake of brainwashing the United States citizens. The ideal outcome of this war and every war we are currently taking part in, which the list grows longer every day, you have Ukraine, Israel, uh, Yemen, you name it, Gaza, the Gaza Israel war, right? So here we are. We're on the verge of World War III. The U.S. has been actively arming everyone, like, hey, Ukraine, attack Russia, drop bombs behind their lines, and we'll spread propaganda that you actually own said land, that it was taken from you unfairly. We'll leave out all the details about how you killed Christian pastors in Ukraine, about how you were committing a mass genocide of ethnic Russians, I don't know, in 2014. We'll leave all them details out. Good versus bad, Ukraine versus Russia. It's not like NATO is currently trying to put nukes on every border that Russia has, right? We would never do that, right? I mean, just stop for a moment and say, hey, what if Russia wanted to put a nuke in, let's say, Canada or Mexico? Yeah, exactly. That's my point. So, anyways, we'll leave out all the details. We will use false virtue and say, Ukraine the good guys, Russia the bad guys. Putin is evil. Zelensky is a savior of his country, right? Right? Yeah, that's kind of where we're going with this, correct? So as Israel drops bombs each and every day on a country that's 56% children, Palestine, Gaza, whatever you would like to call it, Hamas, under the veil of all of this country of Palestine is Hamas, a terrorist organization, which they are. Terrorists, bad, always have been. Israel is known, though, for carrying out the cleanest airstrikes, the cleanest assassinations in the past 10 years. Anytime they've had a target, they've taken him out efficiently with the lowest civilian casualties. So why is it now they're just carpet bombing a place that's 56% children? I'm going to continue to say that because 56% children is a pretty big fucking number to be carpet bombing children. I don't give a shit if the kids are Christian, if the kids are Jewish, if the kids are Muslim, if they're Hindus, if they're atheists, if they're fucking Satanist children. They shouldn't be carpet bombed simply because of the fact that they are children. So now people in Gaza are having to get their kids out of the rubble. It is polluting the internet with horrible images. And honestly, it should be on the internet because people need to see. People need to wake up and realize that this isn't good versus bad. This isn't good versus evil. This is a war. These are bombs. These are bullets. These are missiles that are striking innocent people Every single breath we take. I take a sip of this water, and 10 kids just got bombed. Wow. That is a horrible thing to think about, right? Anyone with a heart should sit here and say, that is terrible. What can we do to stop said war? Except for the fact that you're forgetting the people in charge of America don't actually care about America. They put on a front, they go through the election process, and to actually win said election process, you must join. You must join the group. You must join the gang. Everyone has this false idea that there's Republicans and there's Democrats. If you need to see that that doesn't actually exist, that we don't actually live in a two-party system, look at Nikki Haley. Look at who supports her. Look at who is supporting her campaign, who is putting her up to be the front runner to replace Joe Biden, to keep Trump out of office, to totally ignore Vivek Ramaswamy, the greatest candidate that the United States has ever seen in years. Years. The only candidate that vouches to, I don't know, get rid of the corrupt three-letter agencies in our country and unite the American people. He doesn't have the desire to further the divide between this two-party system that doesn't actually exist. No, he calls people for what they are. Globalist. When you're in our government, you support these wars. Behind closed doors, they may in public come out and say, I don't support this. I don't think that we need to bomb Israel, that we need to bomb Gaza. But in reality, and when they're alone with each other, this is a coordinated effort. This isn't a Republican effort. This isn't a Democrat effort. This is a globalist effort. Every single war that occurs, people become richer. People in power, they get more money, more and more money in their pockets, and that's all they give a shit about. They don't give a shit about us paying more for milk. They don't give a shit about us paying more for gas. They don't care. As long as we pay our tax money so they can build more bombs to sell to Israel to drop on kids, they don't give a fuck. Because what you fail to understand is that every single bomb, every single bullet, every single missile, every single tank, every single armored vehicle, all the way down to every single damn uniform, all come with a price tag. And who is it that's raking in these massive profits? It's not me. It's not you at home watching me. It's not the person scrolling on Twitter. No. It is these government globalist officials, such as Nikki Haley, who sits on the board of Boeing, who makes money when jets are sold. The jets that drop bombs, when those are sold, the military industrial complex, it's that simple. It's out there in front of you. It's satanic, I would go as far to say, because Satanists have to tell you exactly what they're doing. They can't do it behind closed doors. They believe in karma. So here you have these people openly portraying and telling you exactly what they're doing. People stand in front of you every day and say, Nikki Haley is on the board of Boeing. And then she stands up and runs a whole campaign on, let's support our allies, Ukraine. They're the good guys. Let's support Israel. We need Israel more than Israel needs us. Last I checked, America is the greatest country on planet Earth with the most power. I'm an American. I believe in America first. I believe in putting our country over the needs of any other country. However, that doesn't mean I support the bombing of children, because why would I? Why would anyone with a heart support it? It doesn't make a shit what organization is running said country. These are innocent people being bombed. The United States has now bombed Yemen. So we bombed Yemen on the pretense that they've been attacking our ships without a single casualty. So they've attacked all our ships, moving trade on the coastline of Yemen, of their own fucking country. They stop our ships and they say, hey, do you have missiles for Israel so they can bomb more kids in Palestine? And if the answer is yes, they say, turn back. No, you're not crossing through our fucking waterways. As they should stop us from doing. Because that is not the American interest. That is not helping America. That is not protecting Israel at this point. Hamas attacked Israel. Yes. Was retaliation necessary? Yes. Is Hamas a terrorist organization? Yes. Did they commit a terrorist act? Yes. However, what do you call the bombing of a place that is 56% children? What do you fucking call that? Is that not terrorism? Huh? I mean, honestly, is that not terrorism? And that takes us to the next problem. You, at home, the American citizen. Yes, we must accept accountability for what is going on. Our ancestors who founded this country in 1776, they went to war over a tax. A tax. They took over the country from its ruler over a tax. We are sitting here paying more and more for the everyday necessities that we need for fucking Ukraine, a place that kills Christians. They kill Christian priests, they kill journalists, American citizens. One was murdered yesterday. Don't believe me? Google it. Watch Tucker Carlson. He interviewed the man's father. He's been in prison in Ukraine for saying, hey, Ukraine is losing this war. No shit. Ukraine is losing the war. They were never going to win the war. This is a simple scheme. If I at home was to commit the same scheme being committed, I would be in prison. It is called a pump and dump. That is one way to really think about a war. A war is nothing more than a pump and dump scheme. Because similar to a pump and dump, if I was to prop up said meme coin, said, I don't know, Dogecoin, maybe. If I invented Dogecoin and I sell it to 100,000 people, I have 100,000 people that listen to me and trust me. Or maybe I'm in control of the news. Maybe I spread propaganda and I tell 100,000 people that said Dogecoin is good. It's good for them. It's only going to benefit them. It's only going to help them. It's going to make the world better. It's going to make them wealthier. So then I pump my coin up, and when it gets to the highest price, it goes from 1 cent to $1, and I sell it $1 without telling any of the 100,000 people I plan to do so the whole time. I have now made mass profit. I have pumped the price, and I have dumped it. Everyone else who bought in, the 100,000 people, will majority lose money. And they lost money where I gained money. This is exactly what is happening in these wars. We are giving money, we are spreading propaganda, we are getting U.S. citizens support. This is where accountability comes in. We should not support any wars. Zero, zilch, not a fucking one. And if you think we should, then you're fucking dumb. You're a fucking idiot. You should fucking go to Gaza. Catch a fucking predator drone out the fucking sky, you dumbass bitch. Like, it's simple. It's simple fucking math. We are pumping these wars up to the American people. We get American citizen support of said war. Oh, good versus bad. Ukraine versus Russia. Send money to Ukraine. Yeah, hell yeah. Send them money so they can all fucking die. Majority of men in Ukraine are now dead. All the women had to flee. Women and children fled. The ones that didn't are probably, I don't know, just like majority of the men, dead. And what has happened beneficial from said war? What has benefited? We're we're sold this lie that we're weakening Russia. Why the fuck do we want to weaken Russia? Russia isn't some mad-ass country. They're not trying to attack everybody. No, they're attacking a country that was killing ethnic Russians in 2014, a genocide. A country that kills Christians. A country that's corrupt, that arrests political opposition, similar to the United States. Funny, isn't it? And this pump and dump, we've sent missiles, we've sent ammunition, we've sent equipment to Ukraine. And what has it done? It's made people like Nikki Haley richer. It's made people like Lindsey Graham richer. Pay attention to your fucking politicians. If they're saying, hey, we should drop a bomb on Iran and really hit them where it hurts because they keep funding all these terrorist organizations. You know what? Maybe Iran doesn't like the United States. That's okay. Because you know what Iran likes that we like just as much as Iran? Our fucking children. We don't want our children blown to little bits and fucking pieces, so we will avoid war. That is what a smart person would do. That is what people who think. That is the way that people who are critical thinkers, as I said, use your critical thinking skills and really think about it. Why are we in any of these wars? Which brings us to today. Yemen. We're attacking a country that hasn't killed a single U.S. citizen. We dropped a bomb on a fucking airport. What planet are we living in that would make sense? This is the truth. You want to believe CNN? You want to believe Fox News? You want to believe The Telegraph? You want to believe Ben fucking Shapiro? All these people who are funded by the same people running the country, the same people committing the pump and dump in these wars? Or do you want to believe someone at home in their fucking room telling you, who's going through reading? Go read an article from all of those different organizations that supposedly don't agree with each other, that are supposedly two opposing sides, and find all the similar talking points. In every single one of those, there's a talking point that's the identical thing. The Houthi rebels, the Houthi rebels, the Houthi rebels, the Houthi rebels, the Houthi fucking rebels. They're rebels that have been in control of their country since 2014. Same as Ukraine. So should we call them the Ukrainian rebels? The Ukrainian Nazi rebels? Their National Guard was literal fucking neo-Nazis? We hate Nazis. We're all for diversity and inclusion, right, in America? Well, good versus bad is a country that doesn't kill Christian priests versus a country that does, also arrests political opposing parties, also, I don't know, committed a genocide in 2014. The people leading Ukraine have been in control for as long as the Houthis have been in control of Yemen. Look at the fucking clip I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you a clip. People have taken to the streets of Yemen pissed. Their airport got blown to shit. Wouldn't you be mad? I'm pissed. Why the fuck are we dropping bombs? But the answer's so simple. The answer's right there before our face. It's not because we're the great America, the great world leader. No, it's simply because the bomb that we dropped had a price tag. The fuel in the airplane had a price tag. The airplane that dropped it had a price tag. It's not that hard to understand. Take some fucking accountability for what is going on. Stop supporting the shit. And maybe take a stand. Maybe get outside and say, hey, stop this shit. Americans are so fast to protest over the shit that we're told to protest over. Let's protest against these Democrats and their law they want to pass. Why? There's no such thing as Democrats and Republicans. That is a lie. A scam. Much like COVID. The scam-demic. This is the scam-demic number 2. We're going to fund wars. We're going to have them. Eventually, America's going to get involved, more so than we already have. And that is called World War III. So if you don't want World War III to happen, you should tune in. Bad news with BadBlake, I'll be here every fucking week, whether anyone watches me or not. Because when it does happen, and I'm not fighting in the war, and everyone else is, and everyone's getting blown to shit, I'm gonna say, hey, much like tonight, I fucking told you so. You know, it's not rocket science. So as you rest in bed tonight, know that there's people all fearing that bombs are going to rain down and kill them dead simply for the price tag on the bomb. Stay classy, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to Bad News with BadBlake.